Mendel, you understand English?
סוד השם נראהו.
Okay, I want to tell one short little story. But as a hakdamah for the story, a short hakdamah. Wednesday night, a friend of mine, we went to Erev Rosh Chodesh. It's now also mamish right almost Erev Rosh Chodesh. As a matter of fact, Rosh Chodesh, the molad is 6, quarter to 7, I think, something like that. 26. But according to different shitas, but anyway, you can go from 26 to 46, 47. So this was a friend of mine in by Mas Makpela on Wednesday night. After an hour of his brothers and we were doing Kufar Klali, we heard singing. And it was not the usual sounds of the loudspeakers of the. It was real Jewish singing. After I was in the middle of Tikkun Klali, I looked over and I saw there was a whole group of people, Shiva Bachers, sitting on the lawn. So they were all sitting around in a big circle, and looked like maybe it was Rosh Hashiva, was a little older than them. He was sitting on a stone. So I didn't want to disturb them. They looked like they were really into the Vekas there. So I was walking by, and the Rosh Hashiva called my friend. And he said, "Tell them to come over and join us." So I went over, and the Rosh Hashiva gave me to sit in a stone. He got up to sit on it, and I said, no. Then he went to shake my hand, and I don't know, we learned a long time ago with שלמה, you don't just shake somebody's hand, you give them a hug. And so we hugged each other, and we sat down together on the stone. It's the portion of the stone now. I don't know if you know, the Sela. Yatsa Mayim Me'asela. There's a whole thing of Moshe Rabbeinu. He didn't know whether he should hit any Sela or he should just he had to really wait for the Sela, because the Sela of Miriam disappeared. So what is the whole Indian? I heard from Rabbi Berland. He said that there was a big Kiddush Hashem that you take the line only from the Sela of Miriam, because they have to know that all the water in the world only comes from the tzaddik. Anyway, so I was sitting on the stone and I started talking they asked me to speak a little bit. So it turned out that, my friend told me that, it turns out that this yeshiva were two of the boys that are being grabbed from this yeshiva, from Gush Etzion. So I spoke about, it says in the portion of the week that after Aaron HaKohen died, so Melech Arad came, and he came to fight against Israel. Rav Nosson says in the Kutei Halachos that Melech Arad is Amalek. And why is he coming to fight against Israel? Not because because Aaron HaKohen, the Ane Kavod, went away from Israel. It's because the people stopped believing that Aaron HaKohen was still alive. Tzadikim HaChaim v'Kayamim, Avraham hu Chai, Yitzhak hu Chai, Yaakov hu Chai. It's even said in the Gemara we just learned a few days ago from in Tainis. It says Yaakov Avinu lo meis. Rashi Omer Pashut, Omer Chai Leolam. Yaakov Avinu Chai Leolam. So these tzadikim, these great tzadikim, Moshe, Shimon Bar Yochai, Avraham Avinu, Yitzchak Avinu, Yaakov Avinu. The three boys that are moser their life for the sake of Am Yisrael right now. And all of Am Yisrael is moser their life for these three boys. The people are learning day and night. People are fasting day and night. Whatever they can. And the main thing is that we have to magdir chinam, avat chinam. So I want to tell this. This is just akadama. I want to tell the story that I heard from somebody who the story happened to. He told me his name is Uri. And Uri was he's a Russian. He came Batshuva. He came to Eretz Yisrael. When he came to Eretz Yisrael, he did a bris milah. And now he's, if you look at him today, he looks just like, like he's right from one of our people, from Stonewall and Kapita and everything. But he was driving me once back to Yerushalayim in the car, and he showed me a picture how I used to look. It was really, maybe it was even more like nekuda tovah, I don't know. Like real beautiful long blonde hair and like a red shirt with checkers on it and a nice guitar, He was the leader of a rock group in Russia. So Uri told me, I said to Uri, what kind of a chassid are you? He said, I'm a Rivnitzer chassid. What's a Rivnitz? He said, well, did you ever see the Rebbe? He said, I don't know, but my family told me I saw him one time. So the Rebbitzin was here. The Rebbitzin was here in Eretz Yisrael, and she wanted to get stories about the Rebbe. So Uri said, my aunt has a story, and she told me there's a story. I don't even know this story myself. Let's go to her. She lives in Haifa. So we went to Haifa. We went to Haifa, and while we're there in Haifa, so we went to my aunt, and she starts telling the story. She said, Uri, I want to tell you, when did you see the Rivnitzer Rebbe? You really only saw him one time. You know when it was? He says, I don't know. He said, I'll tell you. When you were born, so your father was really a good communist. To be in Russia in those days, you had to be a good communist if you wanted to stay alive. And even that wasn't so easy. As my friends told me, it depended on how you would say the name Stalin. If you would say Stalin, they would kill you. If you would say Stalin, they would kill you. If you even smiled even a drop, for sure they would kill you right away. It was almost impossible. So my father was really a good communist, but he happened to have the privilege of living in Rivnitz. So the Rivnitz Rebbe was there, and he heard that there was a baby born. So he came to the house the day after the baby's born, knocks on the door, and my father answered the door, and he said to him, what do you want? And the Rebbe said, I heard that you had a son. He says, yes, I had a son. He says, well, I'm a moil, and I do bris milah. And before he had a chance to say anything else, my father said, listen, we don't have anything to do with old-fashioned customs like that, and you came to the wrong place, and you just better leave. He said, well, listen, I'll even pay you for it. I'll pay you if you let me do the bris. He says, I'm not interested in money. We're good communists. We have nothing to do with those old-fashioned customs. And please do me a favor, just leave. So he left. 8 days later, on the 8th day, the Rivnitzer Rebbe came back to the house. And he knocked on the door. My father answered the door, and the Rivnitzer Rebbe said, please do me a favor. Let me do the bris today. If the bris is today, it's the 8th day. I I'll give you a lot of money. It'll be quiet. Nobody will know about it. We'll do it. Mom, it's so fast. Nobody, they'll never hear about it. Nobody. Just forget it, please. Don't bother me. But it's crazy things already. So we said, okay, listen. Do me a favor. Just do one thing for me. Let me just hold the baby. So the father said, okay, you can hold the baby. He took the baby, he held the baby for 1 minute in his arms. And, you know, he had like what do you call it, faucets on his eyes. His eyes opened up, tears were pouring down on the baby. He cried over the baby. And he said, okay, you can have the baby back. He kept his promise, he didn't do anything. He gave him the baby back. And that was it. Then the aunt, Uri's aunt, turned to me, to Uri, who was telling the story. And she started screaming, Uri, now you know why you're the only person in the whole family that was above tshuva, that was choser to Hashem, that would return to God. It's because the Rebbe of Terebi held you in his arms. Well, this bris was mamash eitz ratzon. Am Yisrael is one thing. It's not even. It's not a. You know, like we call what are called Yishmaelim. We call them our cousins, but God forbid we should have such cousins like this. Our brother says they're not really Yishmael here. You know, it's really Amalek. But Am Yisrael is one thing. When one person is hurting and one person has pain, it's one body. Everybody feels it. When you see all the boys from these boys' yeshiva, people see the father and the mother. Though they're very strong, but it's koev mode. And now at the 8th Ratzon of bringing a new child to the world, you make a special blessing. You say, Nivnas lebris ken mikanes leTorah leKufa leMaisim tovim, and it's such a prayer. So my this is a story, and my blessing is to the Rach and Yimo and to the parents, for all of us here, that we should see only nachas from all of Am Yisrael. We should have be great miracles. We should really love each other with all of our hearts and all of our souls. And with God's help, we should learn Torah Yomam B'Layla, day and night, because this is the only thing that's magain on us. Torah, mitzvahs, and masim tovim, and it should be a light for all of Am Yisrael. Kol Am Yisrael should choser b'tuvah v'yasder Shem be'ahava. And it be Gula Shlema B'nei Yameinu Amen. Amen.